Hey guys, so today's video we're going to be talking about working on them eyebrows. Okay, so obviously I have very light features. I have the white eyebrows as well as white eyelashes. I just have some mascara on and my hair is a little lighter. I need to get it colored, but you know how it is. I'm going to be showing you how I do my eyebrows. I've been working on my eyebrows for a long time. Let's just go ahead and show a recap of my eyebrow evolution. I only use a couple items to maintain and style my eyebrows just for an everyday look. So if you're interested, keep on watching. I do need to do a little maintenance on my eyebrows. So I'll just give you kind of a closer look. They're just like a dark blonde, you know? I do have some makeup in there. So first I'm going to take a cotton swab, some micellar water. This stuff is amazing. I'm just gonna wet it a little bit just to clean my brows. So this is the tool that I use to shave my eyebrows. It is a Conair like electric shaver. I've had this forever. It just has like batteries in it. It has one side a little longer than the other. You can use this, you can use wax strips, you can use like non-electric shavers, whatever you want to do. The first thing that you want to do is figure out what shape you have. So I do like to have an arch on each side of my eyebrow, and I try to do it to where it is with my bone structure. I just have like these tiny hairs that are kind of like not supposed to be there that I've shaved before that I'm gonna take care of now. I go at it kind of like an angle. So I usually take this side to right on the bottom here, and then I'll go at an angle here. So I'll kind of think like a point of reference where I want the highest point of my eyebrow to be, and for me that's right here. So I'm gonna try and from both sides shave to that angle. So that's pretty much good for me on the bottom. Then I'm gonna kind of go on the top and trim there. All right, so that's that eyebrow. And like, it's not perfect, but it's good enough for me. My makeup does most of the work. Take the small side. I'm going to take like a spoolie just on the end of like an eyebrow pencil and brush all my hairs up. This. I'm going to take my long side, turn this on, and I'm going to trim it. So I want all the hairs to be standing up and all the same height. And this may not require much, but you don't want to trim it too short. Okay, now it's time to give me some eyebrows. I am using the NYX Micro Brow Pencil. I did use this in my previous makeup video. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. I do strongly recommend for natural brows, use a brow pencil. And I do recommend this one. So this one is pretty cheap. I can't remember how much it was, maybe like $8. I've done the pomade. Oh, I've done the pomade. And it just can go so wrong so easily. So I just strongly recommend getting a pencil, and especially with a spoolie on the end. As for finding your color goes, if you're blonde and you have blonde features like me, you know, it's really up to you. You can either keep that blonde or lighter eyebrow, or you can go a little darker. So I would try both, see what you like. I think both look really good with blonde. And as for me and my bow, I feel like it looks better with a darker brow. For me, it looks weird to have a light brow with dark hair and dark eyelashes. But you know, that's you. And if you already have dark brows, then you already know your answer to that. I'm just gonna kind of show you how I go about getting my shape and filling in my eyebrow. I'm going to turn this guy up a little. And first I'm going to draw my outline. So I'm gonna take a look at my eyebrow, see what I got to work with. I'm just gonna start at the beginning very lightly and shading in at the bottom, just very lightly. See, just like it's the faintest line at the bottom. And now I'm gonna mainly go up. I'm gonna outline the bottom of my eyebrow, and I'm just making it thicker as I go. Just kind of doing like little strokes. And I'm gonna bring it all the way to the tail of my eyebrow. Now I'm gonna go ahead and go on the top, very, very light. And then we're gonna fill in a little more pressure towards the outside. Your highest arch point, I would say mine is right here. That's kind of what you want to aim for when you're doing these strokes. Like, where is the top of my arch gonna go to where like I'm stroking up, and where does it change where I'm gonna stroke down? If your shape's different, maybe you have more of an oval, you just gotta kind of work with it. Work with your bone structure, see what your eyebrow wants you to do. Now I've had my point of reference here. I'm gonna go ahead and start stroking down, and I'm meeting that bottom line to where this is my tail. Where do you stop your line? I'd say at a good angle, you're gonna go right about here. You do not want it too long. It looks really weird when people do that. So there's my arch, and then here is where I wanna end. It's all just kind of like an angle with your eye. The outer canthus of your eye to the end of your eyebrow is what you want. You can see I have my outline. I'm not even gonna touch the very beginning of my eyebrow. I have the faintest line on top and bottom. That's just so I keep it straight. But this is where you wanna get your natural eyebrow from, is the first little points here at the start, you wanna take your pencil and flick up. You wanna create false, kind of like false fuller eyebrow hairs at the front. And I feel like this is really, I feel like this is your natural kind of look to your eyebrows when you're drawing them in. And then I'm gonna go ahead and start filling in the rest of my eyebrow. So you can see there's just like those spaces in between that aren't dark. And that's what I wanna fill in to make it look thicker and darker. You're doing strokes pretty much all throughout your eyebrow, but at the beginning you wanna stroke up to make it look like these eyebrows are real.
Fake it till you make it.
Now I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna brush my hairs up. I like to have kind of like a fluffy looking full brow. After I use my pencil, I'm gonna go with my e.l.f. Wow Brow Gel. This is in the color Deep Brown. It has a spoolie with product in it, which I really like, but you have to be careful. It does get really thick, and if you put it right at the front, it does tend to like glob, and it can smear and it can like ruin your whole thing. So say just take your spoolie with your product on it and go towards the end to brush up. And you can see here kind of what it does. What I do is I brush them up with the product, and that's probably about as far as I'm gonna get to the front of my eyebrow. I'm gonna brush that up and let it sit there for a little bit. And it looks weird, I know it does, but
trust the process.
So now we're gonna do the other eye, and I'm gonna look at my shape, and that's what I'm gonna try and outline it. I'm gonna go back in with the e.l.f. Wow Brow. So now I'm going back down and I'm gonna scoop them down. I'm gonna fix this eyebrow that got on my face. So you can go ahead and clean them up. I do not take concealer and go right over my brows and right under my eyebrows to make it look like a clean look. That's just not the look that I go for. I kind of like it a little more messy because I want them to look a little more thicker. That is it. I'm living a lie, I know. Practice makes perfect when you're working with your eyebrows. Find the right color for you. Try a couple colors, see what you like. Like I said, when it comes to what type of makeup, I do recommend a pencil that is gonna make your eyebrows look the most natural as opposed to a pomade or like markers. I don't know. That's just my recommendation. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video.